when you had a void?
There would
It
be...
just wouldn't show?
It wouldn't
Just
show.
show,
It.
okay.
But I do keep all copies of voids in a file folder.
Fantastic.
That's really, that's a handy way too, in case somebody, if you didn't have it in front of you, if you kept this in a folder and say, do we pay that bill? You could
Yes.
flip back and say, oh, here
Yep,
we
I
go.
keep them in a notebook for a year.
So that's our balance in there right now?
Well, it was our balance, but I added the last check that we wrote on the TD bank account, which was $108,000. And so that's been added to the checking account for the moment, and then I'll move it to the savings account. I was telling Bill, I just got the statement for TD Bank for last month tonight, and they whacked us with a fee, which has made the account overdrawn by some dollars. And so I'm going to wait and see what they do. But if they hadn't charged us the fee, the check has not been returned or anything, but I just want to make sure they don't come back to us for the fees, at which point I'll say,
For a bounce check fee or?
no. We used to
Closing
pay,
our account and we're
no,
mad
we
at you
used to
fee?
pay monthly fees, remember?
Yes.
They started doing that again when I started pulling the money out.
Yeah, we're mad at you for moving your money fee.
So they dinged us with one a couple of days before I put the check in, so.
So you didn't realize.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice the amounts down here. 220.
I would also like to just talk about my raise for this year. I was awarded my raise at the town meeting.
Yeah, so what are we talking about it for?
We're talking about it because you had indicated at one meeting that it would start April 1st. I would like to just go on record as saying I think it's a calendar, it's a budget for the year, and I think I would be entitled to
So you want
that.
retro pay?
I do, isn't that tacky? But I know it needs the approval of all three of you, so I can.
Ray, can you hand me one of
wait
those?
till Rich comes back if you want to do that.
My question for you is, we
I just
tackled
need to
this
see how we
before,
worded it.
years ago on something.
I get that the.
Let's say you and again, I don't care because you need the money. I don't. What happens if you
Leave, I don't get paid. And then you need to set the salary for the incoming treasurer.
assuming it was? Yeah, we had this discussion years ago when there were all
See,
these raises when they kicked in. I don't remember how it all went.
This answers the question right here. It says,
Yeah, it says starting.
to see if the town will vote and raise and appropriate the sum of $1,400 to be added to the compensation of the town treasurer for services performed. This compensation is in addition to the $3,600 included in the operating budget article. If this article passes, $5,000 will be the compensation for the treasurer in the operating budget of 2012. The selectmen recommend this appropriation. Operating budget for 2012 is January 1st through December 31st.
I just wanted to make sure.
So it looks like
there was a-
you're going on vacation.
No, I'm trying to save it for my vacation.
That's what I just said. She's going on vacation. So you have retro pay coming back
Okay.
to
So
January
if
1st.
they were next year to vote that another 1,000 up and you were to resign or leave
Yep,
at the end of March,
yep. I would only be paid the first quarter.
at which part? The new salary or the old salary?
The new salary.
The
Because it would be, depending on how it's worded,
Yeah,
if it says effective immediately upon passage of this article,
that's true.
then it would be as soon as that passed. If it says for the operating budget of 2012, it goes back to January 1st.
So I get that the selectmen would be different because you could have the potential for one of you to leave each year where April 1st would be the starting year for, say, Rich.
No, because if they said, if it was worded to be for operating budget of 2012, just we'll use this year, then
Well, let's give the
Three of
example
us-
of Ernie.
three
and-
of us at that point, which would have been Ernie Brown, myself, and Bill, would have been retroed back to January 1st.
Right,
Rich Zacher would have started to benefit from that raise the moment he swears in and starts taking over for Ernie Brown. And Ernie Brown would lose out after that, his last day in office.
So if it went reverse, say they went down, they're only gonna pay $1, and they have paid you the first quarter. Now you owe them money.
Can't take money back from him.
No, you can't.
I'm just throwing that out, just trying to. Causing trouble, because we discussed this once before. This was a hot issue, and I don't remember where it was with Virginia and everybody else, and it was trying to would set a precedent that would be consistent and fair and everything else.
It's all depending on how it's
And
worded.
that clearly words it.
It
Okay.
words it for the operating
I just
budget of 2012.
Wanted to bring it up before I wrote the check.
Yep. No,
Thank you,
no.
And we went,
Isn't she tacky?
raise time. Okay. Any other new business? You have your envelopes back too. I don't know if you keep them in there. Are you going to put that in a binder?
I do put them in a binder and I keep them for a year.
So it's nice that they have 3-hole punch up.
Yeah. And then my records are kept, 2012 is at my house, 2011 is at my house. And then everything
Got it.
prior is upstairs. So,
Did the other bank used to do the same thing?
pardon me?
Did the prior bank?
Yes,
Exactly.
they
the same thing?
We just never looked at them before.
Yeah. Right.
No, I think it's a good idea. I mean, I do this at work where, somebody else other than myself that does
We should look at them.
all the work
I agree with you.
needs to look at them, so. I made the recommendation to the auditors and you read it at the last meeting.
Sounds good. No other new business coming before the board? No other new business? Last chance for public comments? Yes.
Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., the Carroll County Commissioners Meeting, 95 Water Village Road, Ossipee, New Hampshire.
Any hot topics?
Old nursing home, bids to seal up, once they decide to either seal up or to keep the unit or the structure intact and rent it out. What else? Bids for landscaping was done last week. And IT bids were done for last week. I think it's going to be the old nursing home that was discussed by the delegation on Monday. And there is also a delegation meeting on this coming up Monday.
Their budget now for what they're doing is already set for this year that they're doing the work in?
Correct.
Yep.
They just voted that budget in like a week ago. That's it.
Okay. No other new business, no other public comments? We will move to the mail. Civil engineer.
Oh, I did. I filled this out. I didn't sign it.
Law enforcement
Nobody
pre-employment
here,
polygraph
and then
exam.
here. I don't know, can that be the same?
Maybe a road agent wants to use
Yes, but
those,
you
you
need
know?
to sign it.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what I'm
Right,
doing.
usually you're supposed to sign it from the notary, that's why. And then I have another, I don't know if should I do it with her.
I would say not.
Okay.
This is the county appropriations.
Oh.
And their notice of their meeting on the 16th.
So,
Should be
are
fun.
you planning on coming to the Heritage Commission meeting tomorrow night?
I will fly down the road like I did tonight to get here as quickly to 6:30 as I can.
7.
No,
Take an
Ooh.
extra half hour.
I don't have to fly as fast.
But I do need you this week because of Rich being gone.
I will be here.
Check
I do
signatures.
plan on being there.
balance,
So he'll sign the check? Want me to
Yes.
do this one too? Because you have to
Yeah.
notarize it
oh,
here.
then
You might
they
as
got
well
the, then they
just-
got the money down here, okay.
Might as well just initial that one.
Thank you.
And there was one more thing.
Thank you, ma'am.
If you'd like to hear it. You gentlemen have to
No
appoint
place?
an alternate.
Yes, because the selectmen's rep was sick yesterday and didn't go to work, didn't go to scouts, or didn't go to the planning board meeting last night. I guess I should read that.
Do you have a pen?
I have a letter received April 2nd, 2012 to Paul Tremblay, Brookfield Zoning Board of Adjustments, and to Gary Chickaroni, Brookfield Planning Board. Subject is Zachar's resignation as Selectman's alternative. to the Brookfield Planning Board and Zacher's resignation as alternative to the Brookfield ZBA. What he doesn't realize, he's still the alternate to the planning board. Now that he's a selectman, he still gets to play.
Are we the 10th today, Jessica? I left work.
Yes.
As I leave work.
Yep.
This is, I guess, the first request for payment from New Hampshire VNA and Hospice.
Yes.
$507.50. Oh, they're gonna bill us quarterly, that's nice of them.
I know. You're welcome.
Can I tell you, the library has agreed to paint the,
Oh, did they?
They're gonna paint it white with black lettering.
Should have it moved out back. Pour a little concrete pad, we can put the can container on it and that, then when we plow, we can sweep right by it, people can drive by, pass it their books, and continue on. And it gets it out in front of the building, which is good.
possibility, or if nothing else, put on the side over here.
Well, somewhere where they can drive right into it.
Monday, April 2nd was the school board meeting. I like the idea, I'm not blowing you off.
Chuck, Chuck?
No, that's a good idea.
Round pile. Northern Human Services, the Mental Health Center. Do we support them this year?
Just put the book back. I thought so.
Well, they're asking for money too.
It's nice, that is.
New Hampshire Field Guide?
Yep.
Oh, there's a new one.
I'll look at it and then I'll pass it on to you.
Okay.
Yes,
Unless we get a bill for it.
$358. What did they bill us for?
They billed us for $358.
Score. I'll pay them all at once.
You sure? I think
For
we should
that
break it
amount.
up quarterly like everybody else. U.S. flags, foreign flags and poles incorporated. Yeah, 124 Providence Courts, Centerville, Maryland. U.S. Flag Company at AOL.com. USFlagsPlus.com. Buy one, get one free U.S. flag, size 3x5, 4x6, and 5x8s. So
Chinese or American made?
It says U.S.
No, US flags. Does it say they're made in the US?
I'm not buying any flag that's made in China.
Does not say.
Oh, look, here's another request for funds. Oh, they're looking for the whole dollar amount up front.
Who's that? Tri-County?
Tri-County.
I usually send them half. 'Cause
Send them
it's-
half with a letter to request the other half in
Yeah.
the second half.
I
of the
do that
year.
every year and they've never requested the second half.
Well,
But
we have the library.
I tried that. You can't believe the hoops I have to go through to get a bill from some of these people.
We owe $13.97 to New Hampshire Employment Security for previous,
Yes.
and we have no new one.
Is that a bill? Because
Statement of benefit payments.
no, so I don't pay that till they actually send me a bill. It accumulates and
Okay.
accumulates.
Save the big one for last. Oh, my goodness.
Finally.
Oh, this one does say total amount due. So you should approve it.
Make up my mind. The Department of Revenue is charged with responsibility of annually equalizing the local assessed values of municipalities and unincorporated places. The department has conducted a sales assessment ratio study by using. We're at 100%
No.
for tax year 2011. Also determine the median ratio for land, buildings, and manufactured housing in municipality for tax year 2011 be at 99.7%. So which is it? We are at 100% or 2,000?
No, we're at 99.7. It's very good.
Yeah,
Okay,
it says,
last
well, it
year-
says- it says
last
here,
year-
based on the enclosed survey, we have determined the overall equalization assessment, sales ratio for the land, buildings, and manufacturing and housing in your municipality for tax year 2011 to be 100%. And then the next paragraph, we have also determined the median versus the overall. I got it. So,
How many properties did they use? How many sales? Do we have many?
And they had to go back quite a few years because we didn't have many. So, Craig Nichols said he'd come in and explain it all, if, you know, which what he did last year.
Didn't they do that?
Yep, he did it last year too.
see, okay, why don't you schedule him for next selectmen's meeting?
Can you do that?
Yeah, if he'll come in.
And I'll put it on the agenda.
Yep, and we'll do that early, so probably 6:45. So that'll be for the 24th,
Yep.
DRA.
I'll send him an email in the morning.
There's nothing here for us to sign on this.
No, it's just all that. I did already open it and take some stuff out because I needed it.
Oh, come
I needed my
on.
equalization.
I'm gonna give you the originals to get Virginia. or
Yes,
someone
and then
to
I'll
sign
give it
them.
back to you for the check, right?
I made a copy, so I'll write the check. So
Oh,
when
you're
the
gonna,
check gets
oh,
written,
okay.
I'll just give it to you.
Great, perfect.
Actually, it's pretty good. 99.7%
It's very good.
for a median? That's
Very good.
awesome.
Even last year was very good, 100.3. Very good.
Means Brookfield's holding its value is pretty good. I guess if you're a buyer, that's not good. Any other official business to come before this board? Hearing none. I declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful night. Cut.
So.
Mary
is-
Lou, you put March, is that okay?
I did.
I think I'll wait for the chairs to clear out before I hit my